So let's talk about it. It's a classic crossroads for anyone with textured hair. Should you get a blowout or silk press? I mean, on the surface, they might seem kind of similar, right? But the truth is, the process, the finished look, and even what it means for the health of your hair are worlds apart. So in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that confusion. The key to this whole decision really just boils down to one super simple question you have to ask yourself. Do you want bounce or do you want glass? Seriously, that one little question is the key to everything we're about to cover. It's how you're going to find the perfect style for you.
Okay, so before we can really pit them against each other, we have to be crystal clear on what each style is actually trying to do. See, they have totally different angles, and that's the absolute best place for us to start.
Let's kick things off with a blowout. Now, the main goal here isn't to get your hair stick straight. Not at all. It's all about creating amazing volume and smoothness. Think of it more like enhancing your hair's natural body, giving it that incredible, touchable bounce and movement. No stiffness, no fried feeling allowed. And now, the silk press. This is where things get a lot more intense. A silk press actually starts out as a blowout, but then it gets, quote, leveled up with serious heat. And by that, we mean a flat iron. It's all about getting that ultra sleek, glassy, perfectly straight finish that looks almost like chemically relaxed hair. Hair analyst Ed Shears puts it just perfectly. He says to think of a silk press as a temporary relaxer. You get that flawless, straight look, but you also have the freedom to just wash it out and have your natural texture snap right back into place. It's a really great way to get what this style is all about. All right, so we've got the what down, now let's get into the how. This side-by-side comparison is really where you're going to see the biggest differences pop. It's where you can start thinking about which one lines up best with your own hair goals. This chart really lays out all the trade-offs, doesn't it? Just look at the heat level. A blowout sticks to low to medium heat, but a silk press, that always means high heat from a flat iron. And that one difference directly changes the finish. You're literally choosing between the bounce of a voluminous, natural style and the sleek, shiny glass of a super straight one. And here's another key, longevity. A silk press can last you a week, maybe even more, but you better believe it demands high maintenance to protect it. It's not nearly as easygoing as a blowout. All right, enough with the charts. We've seen the facts. Now let's make this about you. This next part is all about figuring out how to match the style to your specific hair, your goals, and, let's be real, your lifestyle. So a blowout is going to be your go-to if what you really crave is that big, beautiful volume and natural movement. It's the perfect choice if you're trying to be careful with high heat, or if you have softer waves you just want to smooth out a bit. It's also great if you have tighter coils and your goal is just to gently stretch them out. It really is the champion of bounce. But on the flip side, the silk press is absolutely calling your name if you are chasing that sleek, straight, glassy finish. If you have tightly coiled hair and you want to show off every single inch of its length, this is how you do it. But, and this is a big but, you have to be okay with using a flat iron, and you have to be prepared for the high maintenance upkeep it takes to protect that perfect straightness. Okay, so you're probably leaning one way or the other by now. So let's get practical. Knowing the right tools and techniques is every bit as important as picking the style itself. Let's take a look at what the experts recommend. For a really fantastic blowout, getting the foundation right is everything. You're going to want a powerful dryer so you can work efficiently. You'll need a super hydrating shampoo and conditioner to prep your hair. And, crucially, a good volumizing mousse to give you that lift and hold without any of that awful crunch. The process itself is actually pretty straightforward. After you wash and put in the mousse, the real trick is creating that lift at the root. And notice the technique here. You clip the hair up at the crown while it air dries, or you use a diffuser on a low setting. It's all about getting the maximum amount of bounce with the minimum amount of heat. Now, for a silk press, the toolkit gets a little more specialized. You still need a great dryer, of course, but the real star of the show is a high-quality flat iron that gives you really consistent, even heat. And right alongside a gentle sulfate-free shampoo, there is one product that is absolutely 100% essential. And that is a heat protectant. Honestly, let's be super clear about this. This is the single most important role. With the kind of high temperatures you need for a good silk press, skipping this step is the biggest mistake you could possibly make. It is completely, totally non-negotiable. The method for a silk press really requires precision. After you put on that crucial layer of heat protectant, pay attention to the emphasis on small, half-inch sections. This is so important because it makes sure the heat is applied evenly with just one slow, steady pass of the flat iron. And to make all that hard work last, wrapping your hair in a silk scarf or bonnet at night is an absolute must.
And so we end up right about where we started. It really does all come back to this one question. Now that you've seen the techniques, the tools, and the results, the decision is all yours. Are you looking for that lively, voluminous movement of a blowout, or that sleek, shiny, reflective finish of a silk press? Bounce or glass? Your answer tells you everything you need to know.